Guys, I'm literally freaking out from that episode of Bad Batch. Oh my god, as you can see, I have someone joining me for this week. And if you're like me, if you're a giant fan of Clone Wars, you are probably flipping out as much as I am. Guys, welcome back to the Bad Batch reviews that I do every single week. I think this was episode 8? The reunion? What a wild episode. What a fantastic episode as well. An intense one that I didn't know if they were actually going to get out of this. I didn't know if someone was going to die in the crew when Crosshair came to kill him. So much to discuss, especially since my favorite bounty hunter of all time from the Clone Wars series, who everyone, when I said he's alive, I remember back during Clone Wars, everyone said that he died. No, he's alive, man. He's alive, and Toto was there too. Oh my god, I'm so excited, guys. If you guys are new here, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If the Force is with you, then this is the channel for you guys. I'm a geek. You're probably a geek as well, and I want to hear all your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. So comment, like, subscribe. This is the channel for you guys. Let's start talking this episode. So first off, this episode was phenomenal. This is probably my second favorite episode, if not my favorite episode so far of the entire Bad Batch. This is what I've been waiting for. While I've enjoyed every single week, and I love the premiere, I've been waiting for a moment this big to really reestablish everything that's going on in this show and go away from just the missions, because the missions are fun, but go away and show where is this entire world now. We're seeing it, but now we know that the Caminos, the people running it, have hired these bounty hunters. So they hired Fennec, but also they hired Cad Bane, and I literally flipped the fuck out. Well, we'll get there soon. I gotta wheel myself back a bit. I'm so excited for that. Like, I told everyone that he never died. You know, I knew he never died. I knew he was going to come back eventually. I'm still predicting he's going to show up in the Boba Fett live action spin-off series. We will see if that actually happens, but I didn't expect him to show up in the Bad Batch. Like, I had an inkling maybe, like, when they mentioned Bounty Hunter, I'm like, oh, maybe we'll get, like, the Boba Fett crew from Empire Strikes Back or something of that nature. Maybe a young Mando, I don't know. But we literally got, like, the bounty hunter that I would have loved to have seen, and we got him. Okay, I need to stop. Let's talk about the episode, then we'll get to him. So, the episode was intense. Of course, Crosshair finds out where they are at because of the Junkers, which, thank you to everyone. I did not recognize that that planet that they are on is actually the one from Jedi Fallen Order. Last week, a lot of you guys talked about that in the comment section, which is honestly my favorite thing to do, is go and look in the comment section and see what all of you guys are saying, because as you guys are freaking out, I'm freaking out. And it's just a great discussion down there all the time. So thank you guys for doing that. But, because I would have never noticed that. I'm terrible at the planets when it comes to Star Wars, besides, like, the main actual ones. But this was a great episode because they land, and it really much just becomes, like, you know, like, it's just this ticking time bomb as they're trying to get all the gear and everything out of there. That way they can sell it, pay off their debt to Sid, and pretty much go off on their own ways with their own money. That's not what's going to happen here. This very much became a fight for their lives, because Crosshair shows up and it just goes downhill from there. He literally brings, like, an entire little army with him to take down these clones, the Bad Batch themselves, and of course Omega. And you know, I always mention every week, the animation just continues to impress me. I love the lighting effects. I love how decrepit this entire junkyard looks, and just how it really just feels out the mood, and just them moving around the corridors, and then of course the clones coming down and them turning off the lights and coming around the corner. It was very all calculated. And the thing about Crosshair that makes him such a really scary villain for the Bad Batch is he knows how they plan and think. And we see that when they go into the artillery room and they're totally one-on-one against him with surrounded, but of course they're smart and they use the blaster, the artillery guns. That knocks them back. They get out alive, but then they go into the thrusters, and then he's smart again to know that's the way they're going to go next. Start those thrusters up. Becomes an intense race, blows up that entire thing, which again makes for an intense thing, because this whole entire thing, I was sitting there, I'm like, I wonder if one of them will die in this episode, because maybe one of them will sacrifice themselves to, hey, like, get Crosshair's attention, get the rest of the clones' attention, and get them out of there. That's not what happens here. And that's, in general, they all get away. Thankfully, they do get split up, but they're going to meet back up at their ship, and this is, again, like I mentioned, the atmosphere, everything that they created in this episode was great. Crosshair getting burnt by the thruster, hell yes. And that's probably going to leave a nasty scar for the future. And I'm really interested to see what Crosshair looks after the bandage is off. He took a big beating here. They all took a big beating. But this is where it kind of gets down to the biggest moment of the episode. Because again, while it was intense, while it was very action-packed and really much edge-of-your-seat ride, and I loved that, it's the big reveal at the end. Because, of course, we see the Caminos again, once again, talking about, hey, like, we hired these bounty hunters, they gotta deliver the asset. And, I'm thinking, again, oh, it's Fennec, or it's a Boba Fett and his gang. Who knows, like Dengar and stuff like that, what we've seen from Empire Strikes Back. And it's not. It's literally the last bounty hunter that I would have ever expected, but I'm so excited to see. And earlier in the episode, I remember I was watching it, I'm sitting there, I'm like, it'd be pretty cool if they brought Cad Bane back. I literally said that out loud. And when they walk up and they see everyone dead, I'm like, oh, did the Bad Batch do that? And no. They see that all these bodies are down, and they're like, what's going on? And the music swells in. I see the boots, and I jumped up and went, no way they brought back Cad Bane. Dave Filoni, you crazy motherfucker. You brought back my boy, Cad Bane. And this dude right here, he even had Toto with him, man. Toto was with him, which just got me more excited because I love literally those two characters. I think they're so fascinating. And just the fact that they went down to that standoff of him versus Hunter, or other known as Rambo, like some people like to call him in the comment section. And they're having that, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, like Hunter's obviously going to wound him or something like that. No, Hunter gets shot in the chest plates, gets knocked back. He shoots off Toto's foot, which was funny. And then, of course, Omega goes to shoot, and Toto knocks that out of the way, and they grab the girl, stun her, and leave. It ends off on a cliffhanger of the Bad Batch saving him. As they are escaping from the planet, as the clones are finally hunting them down, they're at their last will. Hunter's pretty bad shaken up, and now they have to figure out who this is. And the biggest thing is, again, there's not a lot of people out there that look like Cad Bane. So, I mean, they're probably going to be able to find the information out there. But I think for me, the biggest thing is the Bad Batch have not known or don't know who Cad Bane is yet. Maybe they've heard the name, but they just didn't hear his name here. But that was one hell of a moment, and it absolutely became one of my favorite things that I've seen so far in the Bad Batch, if not my favorite reveal. I cannot wait. The wait for next week is absolutely insane. Like, Loki is going great, Bad Batch is going great. We are living in the time of geeks, guys. Remember back in the day when you'd get bullied for liking Star Wars? Nowadays, it's like, if you got the Force, you're the coolest dude in the world. I'm so excited to discuss this, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on this. You guys are seriously all the best. I'm sure if you're watching this, you've probably already seen the episodes. So make sure to comment down below. Let me know your guys' thoughts. How excited were you to see Cad Bane show up? Did you flip out as much as I do? Were you like, who the hell is this guy? If you don't know who he is, definitely go watch Clone Wars, because you'll flip the fuck out too once you meet him. He's a badass character, and it's just an awesome thing to see. This was a phenomenal episode. Absolutely. Probably, again, second or first best episode of this season. And next week, the wait for next week is absolutely going to be killer. Man, I can't wait to see where we go next. Thank you guys again, and of course, until next time, stay classy, and may the Force be with us all.